Welcome to the internal affairs of Lady Asterin. Today we are talking about the loud silence of choosing myself. Have you ever felt like, despite trying your best to do everything you can, everything that's expected of you, it didn't feel like it was even what you wanted? Caught between the social expectations of how to act, how to persevere, and what your own health needs from you? A full busy day, busy weeks, but at the end of the day, you can't remember one thing you did for yourself. One thing that made you feel the simple joy. One moment of peace in this rush paced world. I thought if I gave my best and went on, it would be enough. At one point, I realized it wasn't even the social expectations that were not letting me rest. It was me. I demanded perfection. I demanded that I would be productive always, that whatever I do must bring fruits of my labor. Fruits that I didn't even know if it was possible because, hey, I don't control the world. I was stuck in my own expectations. And when I wasn't, I was stuck in what society expected of me. I ignored my body screaming for rest because I thought I had always been a sick kid. I have no excuse for repeating the patterns. I have to show up even when I don't want to. And sometimes that is true. It is. But even at times I could have stayed back. I didn't. I was afraid of falling behind. Who was I racing with? I don't even know. I was afraid of committing to myself, afraid of listening to what I wanted, because what I wanted was different from what was being asked of me. I was scared to admit that the system I was operating on right now was not working for me. If anything, it was tracking me down even more. Because if I faced it, I would have to do something about it. When I just wanted to do nothing, nothing at all. I was burned out, totally tired, totally done. The constant ping of messages decided what mood I would have for the rest of the day. Whether or not I'd be able to keep on in classes with others, if I was being enough of a good student, because what if my teachers don't like me anymore? As someone who was previously a golden child, as they say, after I went through a period where I struggled so much with academics, I was just now starting to like it again. What if the ones around me thought of me as rude and arrogant for not coming to the hangouts always, preferring time alone more than people around me do? Or the teachers thought I am a horrible student for missing classes again and again? What if I wasn't being patient enough anymore to endure and persevere through difficulties? What if all my efforts were still not enough? What if people thought of me as someone who I was not? So many questions, so many doubts, and more, but not a single one of them about what I wanted, what I liked, what made me live. What if, despite all my efforts, I still couldn't please? Please who? My parents? My teachers? My friends? Or my ridiculous standards? I tried my best to stick to the system around me, trying to hustle, trying to be productive, I struggled with keeping balance, and I ended up pouring myself all into my studies or whatever I had to do. So much so, at one point, I stopped finding anything fun. Nothing gave me a spark. Nothing gave me a spark. Nothing made me want to try more. I grew more and more irritated. I was getting results on my academics, but the classes were sucking my soul out, or so I felt. My energy could not keep up. Whatever I was doing was not bringing me happiness or fulfillment of any kind. I was lost once again. My body wouldn't move even if I wanted to. I couldn't force a fake smile even when I wanted to. I couldn't bother to listen or give comfort to others or be there for others like I usually would because I had been denying my needs for so long. My heart itself shut its door on me. That's what happens when you keep pouring yourself outside from an empty cup. That's when it clicked. Fuck. Was I even living for myself? What was I doing? What was I doing? I was at the very place I was years ago, and I remember what brought me there. Ignoring my passions, caring for others more than myself, putting external validation over my own wishes, and so on. I was falling back in a cycle that I had been stuck in for years and had crawled my way out of the hellhole I was thrown in. It took me years and so much that I learned on the way to live well, to find happiness. I had reached a place where I was happy, and even now I'm so proud of myself for all the work that I did on myself. But I realized I was scared of confronting the new lie that I was telling myself. Perhaps a fear from within that I would have to do all the work all over again. But the progress you made in yourself, that doesn't leave. That doesn't leave. It's there. You just need to listen to it. So I stopped. I stopped everything. I was so lost in the external noise that neither could I see where I was headed, nor could I hear my own voice trying to guide me. I stopped and sat still. No social media, no academics, no people, just me alone in my room. At first, it felt uncomfortable. It really did. It was so weird. But I realized something. I wasn't happy with the way I was living right now. Yes, I grew a lot as a human being, and yes, I also made so much progress, and yes, I was genuinely content with how I had persevered through things. My willpower, my ability to endure and persevere, and find a way out when there's a wall ahead, I loved it. But what I hadn't realized is that maybe this time I don't need to push ahead with force. I need to sit with myself and give myself the damn time to see what I don't like and what I want to change. There is no need to punch at the wall in front of me this time to break through. I need to take a step back and look at it and reconsider what was going on. And at first, the block or pause that I faced, I hated it so much. I thought, oh, it's another block to overcome. I was frustrated. Why is everything going against me like this? Why couldn't I just get up and move? Like, why couldn't I just do it? Why? Why? So many whys. But this was the life after most of my struggles. A life, a new phase in life where I was supposed to be happy with my life. I had done the work. So, was I still at the same place? No. But I was indeed in the same cycle. Because I was in the same system that I had built before I did the work on myself. I was trying the same work methods, the same hyper-productive hustle culture ways that brought me to burnout in the first place. I wanted to do so much fire in me, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you snatch away the joy from the things that give you joy and you demand perfection and guaranteed results from it, that's torture. That is torture. To be honest, I feel like I was locking up my inner child once again. I couldn't do that. And it's still uncomfortable. The silence is long. But for the first time, it's a silence I chose. It's my silence. And in it, I am starting to hear a voice I recognize. It's not telling me what to do, it's just reminding me that I'm still here. And that's the only place that I need to start from.